Trading Unlocked Forex Market Daily Analysis for December 6, 2019. And we're going to see what's going on in the Forex markets and the major currency crosses, see how they've reacted to some of the economic numbers. Real quick, we just want to show you our disclaimer to remind you that this webinar is for educational purposes only. So with that, we're going to go to our live screen, and here we are at the Forex-Trading-Unlocked.com website on our workstation page. So as far as the numbers, oh wait, this is our analysis page, isn't it? No, that's the wrong one. Okay, we can look at the market analysis, but we're going to go to the workstation. So you click on the top icon here, and then that's going to pull up the page. And we're going to start right off the bat and see if there's anything going on in the euro, which we know that it has done an about face off of the numbers so far earlier today. Now let's see where we're at. Okay, we're loading up, and here comes the workstation. We have the calendar that's loading, and we've had the unemployment numbers for the US. We've had some nice, pretty strong economic numbers that came out across Europe and Asia. We also had a central bank meeting in Canada this week, and then of course it's the first Friday of the month, so we had the unemployment number for the United States. And we had GDP also that came out for Japan, or excuse me, is coming out for Japan later on. So we have a bunch of numbers still that are coming out in Asia. So let's see, we have unemployment in Switzerland coming out on Monday. And now we're loading up our chart. So right off the bat, we have the euro US dollar always that comes up here, but you can always change the symbol up in this upper left-hand corner right here, which I will be doing in a minute when we switch markets. So right now we're looking at the euro US dollar. And like I said, it was trading lower, and now it's come off its lows a little bit. So let's see, we'll get rid of this volume, this chart here, make this a little clearer, pull this back and make it a little bigger. Okay, there we go. All right, so we're trading at 110.49. The low of the day here was, how far did it get down? It got down to 110.39. So this is a nice little sell-off after it's been moving higher all week long. So is it a profit-taking move, reaction to the news? That's probably a little bit of both. So I'm sure there's a lot of weak longs in this currency right now. Now the dollar index has been under pressure. Today, obviously, it's getting a little bit of a reprieve. So let's look at the British pound, US dollar, see where they're at right now. And the British pound, boy, did it make some nice new highs over the past few days. So we had a nice upside breakout in the British pound. Obviously, a little profit taking going on today. But you can see that even though it's hanging near its lows, yesterday it would kind of slowed down after having a nice explosion breakout this week. Today, it's not uncommon to see a little profit taking, but it doesn't seem to be overzealous here. Like it's not even just laying on the lows from yesterday and just kind of hanging there. Very quiet trade today in the British pound, US dollar. So US dollar, CHF. Let's go see what the Swiss is doing. Now the Swiss has definitely been kind of basically going the way of the dollar index. So just like the dollar index is up today, look at what's up. The US dollar Swiss is up today. So obviously US dollar is gaining strength against your major currency crosses today. After being beaten up all week, it's not outside of the realm of, just normal balancing going on right now. So that was kind of the call. If you listen to any of our videos over the past couple days, we were kind of looking to trend into Thursday and kind of looking for possibly a knee-jerk reaction with the unemployment number in the US as well as the other ones that came out today. And this is exactly what we got. So we've got Swiss is slightly higher. It's the middle of the morning. Right now, I would say it's Friday trading. Everything's winding down in the world. The move has pretty much happened, I would say. I wouldn't really start to look for much more going on today. So let's see, US dollar JPY. This should be also in a positive fashion since the dollar index is strong. Well, see, now here's the one interesting thing. The dollar index is strong against the other currencies. Maybe it's because of the profit taking that's been going on. And since the US dollar has been weak against the yen, but then only just sideways over the past couple of days. Now remember, there's all those numbers coming out in Japan later on today. So that's kind of something that may be kind of giving this market a reason to be on pause and not really doing anything. So let's go back up to here and see what we have. We have the current account, external demand, consumption revised. We got GDP, trade balance. Yeah, this GDP deflator. Yeah, there's a good number of numbers that are coming out. So if you're a US dollar yen trader, you're probably stuck in the mud right now, and I would not really look for very much. So let's see what's going on with the Australian dollar, US dollar. You know, there's all this talks about the trade war between the U.S. and China coming to a final possible resolution. Sure, we'll believe it when we see it, right? Because of the Asia-Japanese numbers as well, you can see Australian dollar, U.S. dollar is looking pretty quiet as well. All right, so let's see about the New Zealand dollar, U.S. dollar. Now this market, look at the little engine that could. It broke out to the upside after looking like it might want to sell off and have a bad little week here. And what did we do? We broke out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and here we are on Friday making higher move highs. So this currency right here, this is in bull mode. This reminds me a lot of the way the pound is looking right now. And those are two currencies that even if the dollar starts to come gain a little strength, I think that these two are going to actually wrestle the dollar. It's going to probably keep the dollar index from really rallying too much, because if the New Zealand dollar, which is still it's a lesser currency cross, but it's still one of the majors, and especially if the pound continues to get bullish momentum going, it's going to be very tough for a dollar index to, even if it rallies against the other ones, to rally very strong. So now let's go and look at the US dollar Canada. This has been an interesting trade. The Bank of Canada had their little rate decision this week, and it was really going sideways, which is normal when there's a central bank meeting. And as you can see, it sold off violently. Now look at this, US dollar, boom. So the US dollar is getting a real big lift from the Canada, a little bit from the pound, only a tiny bit. Obviously the euro today, a little bit from the yen, but not even that much either. So right now, like I said, I think the most of the trading is done when it comes to the day. First of all, that's why I started out the video. We also have the Japanese market numbers coming out later, so I think the US dollar yen is going to be on pause. US dollar Canada, it looks like it's still a nice little bull here, but it could be done for the day. Let's go back to your euro US dollar. And remember, like, since the Japanese numbers are coming out, they're probably going to be quiet going into our close. And as far as the euro US dollar, I still think that this is just a little corrective move here. We made this lower move low, higher move high, and now this is just, I think, a little profit-taking little slide because of the dollar index. Now notice that also the dollar index, whenever it gains a lot of strength, the euro does fall back pretty good. But now if the dollar index starts to slide again, which it is under pressure, right now it could be just a profit-taking move in the dollar index. And let's end on that note. So we're going to take a look at the dollar index chart real quick, which on the monthly basis is not looking too hot. We had a nice little rest in November, but look at this week. We've been down every single day. So now for it to be up today and be strong against some of the major currencies, it's profit taking, most likely. The numbers are all done, so I wouldn't really get overconfident about any type of fundamentals in the market right now. I think now you're just having rebalancing on the week. We are coming into December. There's a lot of dollars that are going to be bought, so that could be the lift, especially after the dollar got crushed. Today is a really good day for the banks and multinationals to be repatriating their other currencies into US dollars. So with that being said, we really don't have any signals for you. We're going to have to see how the week ends. But if you want to learn about some great signals to use and integrate into your system, or learn our methodology, read a book called High Probable Japanese Candlestick Patterns, available on Amazon. It's available in paperback and Kindle version. And through it, you can utilize the best buy and sell patterns used for over 400 years to give yourself a competitive edge against the markets. So with that, I'm Teddy Keckstedt from Forex Trading Unlocked. We would like to thank you for paying attention to our video today. You have a good end of your trading week, and we look forward to seeing you hopefully on Sunday night or Monday. And always come and check us out at www.forex-trading-unlocked.com, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel as well to find out when the videos are coming.